If you frequent the casino, chances are you've seen some pretty bad etiquette. Whether you're a professional player or a novice player, many of these things can be very annoying to other players, and some of them can even be against the house rules of your casino. So in today's video, we're covering 5 bad etiquette things that you should never do in a casino. Welcome everybody to the Cowboy Slot Channel, where we bring you experienced advice from years of working in the casinos, tips, reviews, and so much more. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell to stay notified for when we come out with future episodes. If you're new to our channel, be sure to check out our extensive video library as well as our website, which is in the video description down below, for tons of tips and free information on how you can better your slot play and be a better educated gambler. Now, of course, there are way more than just 5 bad etiquette things, but in today's video, we're just going to cover some of the big ones. Many people may not even be aware that some of the items on this list are actually considered in poor taste or bad etiquette, so if you would, also share this video to help out others. And if you found yourself doing any of the items on today's list, hopefully this video helps you out so that you don't get yelled at or glared at by other patrons the next time you're at the casino. Now, each casino, of course, is going to have its own set of house rules for that facility. Some of the items on today's list might be against the rules at your facility, and some facilities might be more lax than others. So let's get started. Number 1, of course, has to be button slapping. Now, on this one, we're not going to spend too much time on it because we do have a designated video for button slapping, but it is the biggest, most annoying thing, so of course we do have to include it on this list. Now, in our designated video on button slapping, we do cover the technical aspects of what fast stopping the machine actually does. So if you missed that video, tap on the card in the top right-hand corner of your screen, and we're also going to put a link to it in the video description down below. Button slapping is probably the most annoying thing that you can do while you are playing slots. Not only does it annoy everybody around you, it doesn't do anything for the game, and in many facilities, it is against the rules and they can kick you out for it. If you enjoy button slapping, save it for a slot tournament, because the slot tournaments are probably the only time that button slapping is acceptable and encouraged. Number 2, machine stalking and watching too close. Now, obviously, myself included, we all love watching other people play. It's exciting and it's fun. That's why we're here on YouTube watching slot videos. However, when you're at the actual casino itself, some people do take it a little too far and like to hover or stand over somebody's shoulder. For many players, this can be a very uncomfortable thing to have somebody constantly over you watching that you don't know. Gambling for many is a very private thing, and they use it as a means to escape and relax, especially with high limit players. In my time of working at the casino, I have seen many high limit players that would turn around and yell at spectators that were hovering over them or watching them play. One of the facilities that I did work at, those spectators that were hovering over those high limit players, they actually got the boot from the casino. Unless it is somebody that you know, you should never hover over somebody's shoulder or stand too close to them or approach somebody while they are gambling. You never know that person's situation, and you never know how they're going to react to it. Not only does this make a lot of players uncomfortable, but it also sends up a lot of red flags for a security risk. If somebody you don't know is either following you or hovering over you or watching you with your money, that's going to make a lot of people very uncomfortable. Bottom line to this one, it is considered bad etiquette and poor taste to approach people while they're gambling or to hover over their shoulder. And in many facilities, it is against the rules. Number 3, saving a spot. Not only is this one extremely common, but a lot of people are unaware that it is considered bad etiquette or poor taste to try to either prop up a chair or leave personal belongings around a machine or leave your card in or leave a little bit of money in so that you can go and take a break. Not only is this considered poor etiquette, but it is not a rightful way or a safe way to hold your machine if you need to go and take a break. The machines belong to the casino and not the patron. There is no rule that protects you from saving a spot. Now, if you do need to get up from your machine and take a break, that is perfectly normal, and there actually is an appropriate, good etiquette way of holding your machine. The proper way to handle breaks at a slot machine is to ask a floor worker to watch your machine for you, which they will happily do in every casino. Propping up a chair or turning it around does not protect your spot at all. Anyone can come and play that machine, whether you've propped up a chair or left your card in or not. If your butt isn't in the seat, it's fair game to everyone. When I worked at the casino, we would break up several arguments of people that have turned chairs around or left a cup on the chair or something so that they could get up and use the restroom, and then somebody else would come and sit down and play that machine. Guess who the casino always backed? The person that came and played the machine, because unless you get a floor worker to save your machine, it's fair game to everyone as soon as you leave. So just know that by doing this, you're not protecting anything, and it is also a security risk to you. You don't want to leave your personal belongings or a little bit of money or your card or something at the machine. Anybody can come up and take that. So if you do need to get up and go take a break from your machine, get a floor worker to watch it for you while you're gone. This is going to be the safest and most appropriate way to hold your machine. Number 4, taking loose change or left tickets. Every casino I've ever worked at has nicknames for people that do this, but a lot of people don't know it can actually get you in some pretty serious hot water. Unattended money of any kind, whether it is a few pennies left in the machine, a cash out voucher that someone cashed out and left there, or money that somebody might have dropped on the floor, it does not belong to you. Those loose change vouchers that you might see around the casino or money that somebody leaves in a machine are oftentimes donated to local charities. So even if it is a few pennies, in the eyes of the casino, it is considered theft. So what happens if you would like to play a machine and there is loose change or money left in the machine? The proper procedure for this would be to call a floor worker over to cash out the credits that are left in the machine, or if there's no floor worker around, you can cash it out, leave the ticket there, and then give that ticket to a floor worker and let them know that it was money that was left over in the machine. But the absolute last thing that you want to do is take that ticket or take that money for yourself. At one casino property that I worked at, taking a ticket or going around and collecting loose change got you banned immediately without warning. Of course, every casino is going to have their own individual policy on how they handle loose money and loose change that is left around the casino. So your local casino's policy might vary, but it's always best not to chance it. If you're in the casino and you find loose money anywhere, always let an employee know and never try to take it. Number 5, the proper way to enter a card game. This one is for all of you table games players out there. Now, this is a really big courtesy thing. It's not necessarily against many casino house rules, but it's really, really big in terms of table game courtesy. If you would like to join in at a card table that's already in play, say like a game of blackjack, it is always courteous and appropriate to ask the other players around you or the other players at that table if it's okay for you to come in at that particular point in the game. This is really something that is just showing courtesy and kindness to the other players that were there before you. Now, if you don't feel like asking if it's at, say, a game of blackjack, you can always wait until a new shoe is in play. That's really the appropriate time to come into any blackjack game. I've only ever seen or heard of a few different casinos that do not allow mid-shoe entry on a game of blackjack. Most of them do, but this is just something that's always courteous and kind to the other players that are already there. If someone or a group of people is doing really well at, say, a game of blackjack and they're having a lot of fun, and another player just comes in without asking and jumps right into the game and wedges theirself into that table, it's going to make for a very uncomfortable situation, and I guarantee that that new player that just came in is going to get a lot of angry glares. Jumping into a card game without asking the people around you first can upset a lot of players. So just because it's allowed, you don't want to ruin somebody else's game or somebody else's experience, or you don't want to get glared at in anger for the rest of your game. Everybody wants to have a pleasant experience when they go to the casino, and common courtesy can really go a long way. So what are some of your biggest pet peeves when you go to the casino? Leave those down in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and check out our library for more. Thanks so much for watching. Check out these other videos and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more slot tips. It's always free. Visit ropethejackpot.com for free guides and a whole lot more. Catch you on the next episode.